And here it is, my Doom Collector's Edition. Seeing as how I'm a Collector's Edition fanatic, I had to have this. Came in a pretty cool, huge box. The box was actually bigger than I was expecting. The game itself came in a steelbook, which is pretty cool. I actually really love steelbooks, and it's always nice to have a new one. The real prize in the box is definitely the statue. It feels like plastic, but it's big and it's impressive, and the sculpt is really cool. And it has a lighting effect down here at the bottom that's pretty neat. Word of caution, I had one hell of a time getting this battery cover off the bottom. I did finally get it off. The screw on the inside was completely stripped. What a bummer. All things considered, it's a pretty cool collector's edition. It's not the best I've ever gotten, but it's definitely not the worst. So, how about the game? So far, I'm really enjoying Doom. The game is sort of a mixture of old-style FPS games and new. I'm a little way into the campaign and I've played some multiplayer. The game's not perfect. I was a little disappointed that you couldn't just save the game anywhere and that it had the 3 slots and that it auto-saved at checkpoints. The game sort of feels tied down by these systems that they have in place. The danger I'm seeing is that the game could get stale with this rinse, wash, repeat kind of gameplay. It seems to be stuck with this. You walk down some passageways and look at some stuff, and then you have to kill a group of guys, and then you walk down another passageway and you have to kill another group of guys. Rinse, wash, repeat. So far I've encountered a few of these kind of demon spawners. I don't know what you call them, but you kind of rip this heart glob thing out of them and demons start spawning around you, and the beginning of the game seems to be kind of focused on these sorts of areas being the highlights. And they're cool, and the action is fast-paced, and there's lots of good gunplay involved. But at the same time, the game seems to be kind of shackled to these things, like that was their main design gimmick. The levels themselves are kind of refreshingly open, or more so than most modern FPSs. I wouldn't say that they're like John Romero quality or anything, but they're pretty good. As I mentioned before, the gunplay is pretty fun. Most of the weapons feel a little floaty or like they don't have a lot of weight. Even more specifically, the rocket launcher feels underpowered to me. I don't know why. It's just in multiplayer, it just seems like it doesn't do enough damage. This may sound like I'm being a little overly critical. Maybe I am. I don't know. I'm really enjoying the game though. I'm having a blast. It's easily one of the best first-person shooters that's been released in quite a while. It's obvious that the people who made this game really love the original Doom and that they're trying to bring back that feeling, that old school feeling, and they've succeeded for the most part. The graphics look great and the game runs really well. The only annoying issue that I seem to be having is these long load times. It really makes dying suck because I have to wait like upwards of a minute sometimes. The progress meter seems to get stuck at 95%. It just kind of sits there. In closing, the game is very good. If you're a fan of the old Doom games, give this one a shot. Definitely pick it up. If you're not a fan of statues and stuff that sits on your shelf, I'd probably skip the collector's edition. Otherwise, pick it up. I'll see you on Team Deathmatch.